South of Manila, a sleeping giant rests on her throne, breathing the silence of the centuries. Her Majesty is the town of Taal. When people think of Taal, what usually comes to mind is the famed Taal Lake and the Taal volcano. What is often overlooked is a town with a gold mine of historic treasures, known as the Municipality of Taal. It is home to a rich history, including a collection of well-preserved 19th century bahay na batos from the late 16th to the early 20th centuries. It is also home to a particular house that has made a big contribution to the independence of the country, the Leon Apacible Ancestral House. Born in Balayan, Batangas on October 25, 1861, Leon Apacible was a lawyer and a judge. He founded the Freemasonry in his province. He served as the right hand of General Miguel Malvar. This house was once the meeting place of our Philippine heroes, including Mariano Ponce and our national hero, Jose Rizal.
Pinakauna, ayun nga, isa siyang maliit na kubo. And then 1870s, ginawa siyang yung typical na Spanish period Filipino house. And then after 60 years, in 1930s, ginawa naman siyang Art Deco. So from Art Deco naman, wala na siyang, hindi na siya binagong design. Puro restoration na lang yung ginawa. Katulad nung 1970s, nung inopen siya sa public, ang ginagawa ng government ay inaano na lang siya, nire-restore na lang siya over time. Especially, di ba kung minasira, yung huling restoration nito is, 2020, after pagputok ng vulkan. So, na-restore siya kasi pasira na siya and then, yung bubong lang naman, tsaka yung ceiling and other parts. Yun. So, ano siya, parang kung bibilangin mo yung mga restoration niya, since nahawak na ito ng government noong 1976, sabihin natin na every 10 years, ni-restore siya major restoration. Ang pinaka-owner actually nito, si Maria Jokno. So, Jokno, ito mga taga-Taal talaga yan. Siya yung nagpatayo nito nung 1870s. No? So, actually, dati, siya, kubo lang siya. Tapos, noong 1870s, ginawa na siyang bahay na bato. Ayan, si Maria Jokno, and then ipinamana niya kay Atanasio Aniversario. Si Atanasio Aniversario, siya yung nag-iisang anak ni Maria Jokno. And then si Maria Jokno, yung nag-iisang anak niya din, si Matilde Martinez. Siya yung mana naman, sole heiress. Tapos yung napangasawa niya, si Leon Apacible. Kaya lamang nakilala ito as Apacible Mansion kasi during that time, si Leon ay kilala. No? So pag kilala ka, of course, tatawagin yung bahay mo as Apacible, yung sa apelyido mo. Pero ang totoo ay sa mga joke no ito, and then Aniversario, and then Martinez. Tapos saka nang naging Apacible hanggang dulo.
Growing up, Apacible was interested in more than simple academics. He also wanted to comprehend the political and social environment of his time. His desire for social justice and reform was fueled by his observation of the hardships and dreams faced by his fellow Filipinos under Spanish colonial authority. His subsequent participation in the Philippine Revolution and his contribution to the nation's struggle for freedom were made possible by these defining events.
Philippine-American War, sinubukan ng mga Amerikano na sunugin itong buong bayan ng Taal. No? Sinimulan nila yun sa Pandayan District, which is para siyang Binondo, puro siya business establishments. Pero ang nangyari, yung hangin, nag-change ng direction. Kaya hindi nasunog yung buong town. Tapos nung Second World War naman, wala na yung mga taga-Taal, wala na dito. Nagsitakas na sila dun sa Lemery, sa Baytay. And then yung mga bahay dito, nakasarado lang siya, nakalock. Tapos yung mga Japanese sinubukan tong pasukin. Yung likod bahay nila na may pintuan, may mga tama yun ng bayoneta because they tried na pasukin yung bahay. Pero ayun, hindi naman nangyari kasi hindi nila mapasok. Pero kung nangyari man yun, of course, baka wala na yung mga gamit nila, sira-sira na yung mga collection nila. So yun yung mga nangyari yung time nila. During the government naman, of course, ang lagi naming kalaban dito ay termites. No? So ito na yung mga kalaban ng mga ancestral house o ng mga lumang bahay katulad dito, yung bagyo, yung mga marami, yung mga tawag dito yung mga bushes. For example, dyan sa may tabi namin, yung pader dyan, nakita nyo meron balete, yung nakakasira yun. So pag yung ugat niya pumasok dun sa mga adobe stone, over time pwedeng topple over yung buong bahay o yung pader na yun. So challenges din yun. Pero pinakauna is yung termites talaga kasi mga kahoy yan. Pero may treatment naman kami parati every quarter. Tapos bukod pa doon, kung nakapansin nyo, di ba, highway, di ba may dumaan pa lang kanina. So every mga vehicle na dumadaan, especially yung mga truck, may vibration yan, di ba? So yung mga gamit dito, even yung mga wood, lagi siyang may vibration. Kaya lagi yung tinitignan ng yung mga expert namin sa office na kung paano yung movement. Kasi maaring over time, mahuhulog yung mga gamit, yung mga wood, pwede siyang masira, di ba? So bukod din, isa pa yun. Tsaka marami pang iba, katulad yun nga, yung sinabi ko na, yung bagyo, katulad ng dumaan lang kanina, ang nangyari dito ay kasi pumapasok siya sa loob ng bahay pag malakas yung hangin. So yung wood, di ba, nasisira siya pag nababasa. Tapos yung ceiling namin doon sa iba doon nasisira na siya kasi nga nababasa siya. So yun yung pinaka challenge na lagi namin na-encounter dito sa museum.
Pasible passionately backed the 1896 start of the Philippine Revolution against Spanish rule. He became a pivotal participant in the movement and collaborated closely with other revolutionary leaders, including his cousin General Emilio Aguinaldo. Apacible helped create the Malolos Constitution, the first republican constitution in Asia, which sought to establish democratic government for the Philippines, while serving as a member of the Malolos Congress in 1898. Following Declaration of Independence from Spain, Apacible persisted in his support of Filipino independence during the Philippine-American War. He continued to be involved in politics and government despite the difficulties brought about by American colonial control, contributing in a variety of ways to the formation of newly formed government. Don Leon Apacible was renowned for his commitment to social justice and education in addition to his political and revolutionary activities. He was a well-respected attorney and a fervent supporter of changes that would enhance the quality of life for regular Filipinos.
In the 1970s, the family converted the house into a museum. Corazon Cañiza, the granddaughter of Leon Apacible, was the first curator. 5 years later, she won the election to become Taal's first female mayor. After a year, since she couldn't handle being a curator and the mayor at the same time, she donated it to the government. In 1973, the National Historical Commission of the Philippines recognized the Leon Apacible Ancestral House as a National Historical Landmark. Historical buildings often hold significant cultural and symbolic value for communities. They are tangible representations of a region's history, traditions, and identity. Preserving them helps maintain a connection to the past and fosters a sense of continuity and pride in cultural heritage. They serve as valuable examples for architects, historians, and students to study and appreciate architectural evolution. They provide a sense of continuity and rootedness, fostering community pride and identity.